Right, guys, we're live. Who wants to begin?
Okay, I go.
Go ahead, buddy.
So my experience this year learning English, I think was good. We practiced a lot, which is the most important thing when we are learning. So I learned several new phrases and words. The moment I don't remember them, but when I have to speak and I need them, they come to my head. Uh, I think I got a little better improvising when talking about different topics. Uh, for next year, I hope to continue improving my speaking skill and the pronunciation. Uh, Also, I think I also need to improve my grammar because sometimes I get very confused, and yeah, I think that's all for my part.
Can continue.
Okay, let me. Can you turn your camera on, or not working, or you don't feel comfortable, or you're not decent? Just kidding.
Last
If you can
three.
turn your camera on, if not, it's okay.
No, but I was thinking of doing that, but then I got sick, so now I won't.
No problem. Go ahead.
Well, my experience with this course, I think I could describe it as different, but good different, because first I like the dynamic. I think that dynamic was not so book structure, following what the book says letter by letter, but more focus on practice and on challenging. Not that much, giving us not that much time to prepare, for example, for each class, with the exercises of the articles and things like that. But also with the new challenging to improvise and improvise unexpectedly, because we didn't have that much time to prepare, and after that, when we go to class, we have to say it in a short amount of time or things like that, or you interrupting us, making us questions and things like that. There was like different kind of activities that I'm not really used to, and it was like different, and I think that was good because it's like a methodology that we are never have before, but I think we need it, because thanks to that, uh, I gain a lot of confidence and like an ability to talk and think on the run. That is something that if I wasn't really prepared, it would be really more difficult, or it was more difficult. And there were two things also that I liked, was that we don't learn just by the rules or by definition of the grammar, but also, when we were talking, we feel what we were saying was bad, or was, I don't know, not really good. Not because we know the rules or because we know the topic, but because it just sounded strange in our head, or just didn't make sense when we were thinking in English directly. But it was not the only thing, because we also learned the opposite to that. For example, I think that I will never forget the Dan thing, when we learned that after Dan we can't use her or him or me, because we have to use a subject or things like that. And also the rules that, although um, English speakers that are native speakers make some mistakes or grammar mistakes, and they use them, and very often, we know that there are mistakes, and we get to choose if we will use them or we can make the correct use of the grammar. And that's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your feedback, buddy. Thank you. Let me spotlight Sarah. Okay, Sarah, it's your turn.
Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Okay. Practically, I'm gonna repeat the same thing that that Jefferson, because one of the most things that I love is the methodology, because we talk and we learn based on our real life. So, for example, and we read the newspaper, and when we read, we are practicing obviously reading, and at the end, grammar too, because when we read these newspapers, we are learning how to write correctly and how to express ourselves in a formal way. And other thing that we learn is speaking and listening when we are sharing our stories between us. And one thing that can keep us motivated is when we learn, obviously, and we are improving every class, and we have fun because we have different activities that you plan, not always with a book that is the normal, the standard way to learn English.
All right. Thank you very much. And on my end, I really enjoyed you guys. You were fantastic. The commitment was something that was fabulous to experience in a group, because you kept just coming. There was the four of you, Jeff, Juanes, Sarah, and Neighbor. You were always there, and you were always active, and you always had the right response to the lesson, and you came with the right attitude, and it was always very easy to coordinate any activity with you because you were very receptive and responsive, and that was great. I decided not to assign too much homework because I know that you're busy and that you come to class, and we want to make this the whole experience, the whole package. That's why I started letting you prepare your presentations at the beginning and then meet when you were ready. And I think that that was a success, you know, like one of those small victories that I saw in you when you started to become more and more informed, use new vocabulary that you hadn't used before, talk about topics that you hadn't considered even discussing, because we normally gravitate around the same topics. And in general, I enjoyed all the activities, and you were great people. You were very committed, and I'm very proud of all of the results of your talent and your effort combined. So good job, and I hope that we can continue next year. And that's it for the people that can hear us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. All right. And let me see, how do I do this? Maybe, I don't know how to live. Let me see, YouTube. Let me see if I can live on YouTube. Let me see if I can stop the live, or if not,